Hi, boys and girls. It's Sammy the Final Four, and I hope you're having a great day. Let's hang out and have some fun. So, the last party at my workshop, I saw my friend Mike Myers, and he's this amazing surfer I know. And he asked me if I'm still playing the drums. That was really nice of him, and I appreciate it. But no, I'm just playing guitar mostly, and I make wind instruments sometimes, like flutes. So that was cool, but it made me realize that, I don't play the drums anymore because I used to be a super rock and roller. Like, I was a monster drummer, because I'm a dinosaur, really. But I hurt my ears, and I had to stop, Have you noticed you can't see my ears? They're really tiny. They're really tiny. So my nose is huge, and I can smell super really good, but my ears are not so good, and that's the way it goes. You see my teeth are really big too, but so I'd like to sing, but it doesn't work very well, but I sing anyways because singing is really cool. So no more drums. But I also played the what's it called, the snare, or in Portuguese it's called the caixa, and I played in the supersonic samba school here in San Diego for a bunch of years, but that was a really long time ago. And I also played the chimbal, which is the Brazilian drum for Afro-Brazilian dance classes and stuff like that. I had a friend, Gracie. She's this hairdresser, Gracie Dos Santos. Check her out. She do super good hair. But that was a super long time ago. So today, boys and girls, we're going to be learning a little bit more about music, and I'm going to be playing some of my classical guitar. But what I'm going to do is we're going to listen to a song by a guy named John Coltrane. John Coltrane. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about John Coltrane. I learned most of this on Wikipedia, or when I look at the record, because I have the record, I played the record, a vinyl record, because I'm kind of old. So I have a vinyl record, I put it on, the little needle comes down, the scratch over record, and it plays. So John Coltrane, his middle name was John William Coltrane. He was born on September 23rd, 1926, and then he died July 17th, 1967. So, he didn't live super old. So he was an American jazz musician, North American, United States of America. So he played saxophone and he played jazz. He was a band leader and he was a composer. They say that he was one of the most acclaimed and instrumental jazz, players of the entire 21st century, because he kind of changed how music was played, and we'll learn about more, because he plays in different, what we call modes, not so much in a scale, but it plays like modes. He moves around the modes, like really different mathematical kind of stuff. So he was born in North Carolina, then he moved to Philadelphia after high school, and he joined the local jazz scene, all the cool people at the clubs hanging out at the coffee houses and stuff. So then he studied music, he really studied music theory, the whole mathematics and the structure. So that's a lot of work, and he did it. But then near the end of World War II, in 1945, he went into the Navy because the United States needed his service, and he's a hero. So he went into the Navy, but he recorded, in the Navy in 1945. So that was really cool. But then when he got out of the Navy when the war ended, he started playing in 1945. And at the time, they played this music called bebop, and it's really intense. And I'm not sure if it's true, but I heard from somebody, maybe some other cool cat down, like a fox or something. I don't know who it was, or it could have been one of those raccoons who was listening to the stuff. And he told me that, they tried, the white people tried to make this black music kind of like illegal, or something like that. And they didn't want to have them nightclubs of people dancing, so they tried to make it illegal. And so then the jazz guys said, well, forget that, we're going to do some new mathematics, and we're going to play this music. It's so fast and crazy you can't dance to it, and it's called bebop. And bebop's insane. It's really cool. So he did like 50 different sessions of music. He played with the great like Miles Davis, oh my lord, Miles Davis and Thelonious Monk. I love Thelonious Monk. He's so cool. And just tons of others of the greatest. He was like a super spiritual kind of guy, and he made this album called Love Supreme, and I love Supreme. Love Supreme, so cool. 1965. So then on this killer album that was called Giant Steps, where he just blew the world away with his super playing and his musical structure stuff, he recorded a song, and it was a ballad, like a slow dancing love song, and it's called Naima. And he wrote that to his first wife they was married to at the time, and her name was Juanita Naima Grubbs. So he wrote this song called Naima, and it's really pretty. And I'm gonna use my classical guitar that I told you about last time. I got this really cool Cordoba classical. It's like a hybrid classical, what did they play in Spain? That music is called flamenco. So it has a different sound, different touch, but it's really nice. And I'm gonna play Naima, so I hope you enjoy it right now. Thanks. Naima by John Coltrane. Oh, geez, my phone is ringing. I gotta answer this. Hello? Hi, yeah, this is Sammy. Sammy of Fine For. How can I help you? What's going on, man? Oh, geez, I haven't heard you in so long. What's going on? You should come on down to the workshop. I'll give you like a cool piece of art. I'd like to draw pictures. Okay, I gotta go. Ciao. Sammy the Dinosaur says, adios.